Hey, this is Abla speaking, doing a One Piece opinion piece for chapter 1044, and it's called Warriors of Liberation. And my first opinion, on the first subject of this is the cover page, and it appears that the Niji and Jonji are going to be experimented on. I guess they want to steal the tech, because we got people with scalpels and this little crazy little chick here, and a tentacle girl. So I guess they're going to be dismantled to I guess, find out the secrets. That's that. And on the first subject is the cast. First, we get Sunisha and Momo, uh, Yamato and Momo, and I guess Momo is telling Yamato that Luffy's Joy Boy, and Yamato's surprised. I guess is that what? Because I think she believed Momo was Joy Boy, but now it's not the case, and also he appears to be shocked too. And Yamato saying, "Is that what Sunisha says?" She's surprised. And we also see the crew. We see Sanji's back on his feet, and this is probably relevant for something. Sanji's gonna do something, otherwise he wouldn't be back on his feet. The girl gets scared a little, but he senses Luffy. Same thing with Kid and Law. They sense Luffy. Marco senses Luffy, and I guess Tama and Nami can't sense him because they don't have up. And on a side note, Marco really looks really beat up, really scuffed up. I wonder how much stamina he has left. And it's pretty much that's it for the crew. They see Straw Hat and they know he's back in action. And that's pretty much for them. Now the other subject is Kumurasaki's revenge, and I'm really disappointed. Why is he not dead yet? Although we get this amazing cover page with her crying and she looks like enraged here. This is really good. This is really well drawn right here. You can really see the emotion. I wonder how this is going to be animated, but this is really good. But it kind of doesn't sell me on this whole I'm going to kill you, because what's taking so long? And this, is it even worth talking about Orochi? He's just pathetic. He starts trying to beg Komurasaki to spare his life. It's like, Jesus Christ. This dude needs to die. There better be no redemption arc for him. He just has to die. And we see, I thought this little Kanjuro Spectre got sucked in by Big Mom, but apparently one survived and now is burning Orochi for some reason. I don't understand why, but it's happening. Yeah, Orochi. It might be by accident. And Komurasaki does say something interesting, that the dawn is coming. The dawn sure is to come. So I wonder what she means by that. What does she know about this? The dawn. What did her mother tell her? And we see Orochi burning, and I'm hoping he's dead. I'm really hoping. Then again, I'm really curious, how is he burning if Orochi's double fruits are negated? And this is very ironic too, because if Orochi dies in this way, he will die in a similar way that Odin Kozuki died. Well, he was boiled alive, but that's pretty much the same thing. You still get third degree burns and all that stuff. So I guess they're gonna die in a similar fashion, and I'm really hoping this is it. He dies. And kudos for Kumurasaki. She actually had the guts to, kill him. Not like, what was it? Rebecca from the Dressrosa, where she literally did nothing. So kudos to that. Maybe Oda's doing a redemption arc. And now we go to the other big topic here. We go to Luffy. And Luffy, we underestimated Oda, that's for sure. So Luffy stating, what happened to me? Why can I still stand even though I lost? So Luffy admits he lost. He 100% lost. I'm having fun for no reason. So Luffy's he's having fun. He's all this stuff. And we move on to the Gorosei for some reason. And the Gorosei are going to give us exposition on what the devil fruit is. And there's a major, this could be a plot hole, but it's also better than the other alternatives. I think this is the best option. This is a made up power for the made up series. It has nothing to do with like it's a power that exists within the world of One Piece. It has nothing to do like with other stuff. So Nika is like an entity from the actual world of One Piece. So that's actually good. Or the power of Nika. And we go to the Goro saying they're pretty much so they're pretty much saying they lost. So they're confirming that they lost. That the hat guy died and made Kaido. And so they're trying to get their priorities straight. They're like, if it's the risk, and they're saying it is worth it. And this is very interesting. What they stated here. What they stated here could change the perspective of how we see devil fruits forever. So they're saying they've been trying to capture this fruit for 800 years, and they failed. They have failed all the time. And one of them says it's like the fruit is escaping the grass. And it very well might be. And one of the other guys, the one big beards and says Zoan fruits contain a will of their own, and that particular fruit was a name of a god. So they're saying that Zoan fruits contain a will of their own. And if you think about Zoan fruits are based on animals or creatures that existed, and those creatures had like a mentality. And I guess if this notion is correct, that means Zoan fruits pick their users. So they move to the user they want. So that means like Kaido, that the Mario cereal, the Kaido's fruit, it picked him. Yamato, it picked hers. And like it the same set could be said to X Drake, King, and all of them. They were picked by the Zoan fruit. And Luffy's fruit is a mythical type, no less. It's a Zoan type human. It's a human fruit mythical type model Nika. Nika the sun god. So it's a similar concept to what the Buddha is, but this is a deity that exists only in the One Piece world. Because the Buddha is something that exists in our world, and Nika is something that exists only in his world. And possessing a body with the properties of rubber, fighting whenever way fancies being smiles on the faces of the people, warrior of liberation, also known as the Nika, the sun god. Awakening brings its rubber body greater physical strength and freedom, and it is said that all in the world there is no power more ridiculous. So I guess Oda's not stating that this power is like the most powerful devil fruit. It's the most ridiculous in nature. It's the most funny and ridiculous. And if you think about it, rubber is kind of like a lame concept, but it's also funny at the same time. So Oda's trying to make it goofy. That's what he's doing. So this sun god Nika's a goofy god. So Luffy didn't get possessed or anything. It's none of that crap. It's just a simple awakening and a gear 5th. That's it. But the problem here is Luffy was this whole time a Zoan. And this could explain a lot because Luffy already had like insane feats of durability. And this kind of, in a way, explains it. Kind of makes sense. And this is actually pretty good. Rather than being like a Naruto stuff with faith and all that stuff, this is actually better. Luffy's still Luffy, and this is what I was afraid. I doubted Oda for a second, but Oda said like, no, shut the hell up. And Oda just corrected us. And that's good. I like the way this is going. Now, a lot of people in the comments are saying, well, in the forums and all stuff, are saying that Luffy powers is like Looney Tunes, like Popeyes or that stuff. And I highly doubt it, because if it was like Popeyes and all that stuff, like Popeye the Sailor and all that stuff, Luffy is nigh unbeatable. He can't be beat by anything. He no longer has a threat to anything. And I don't think this is it. It's pretty. The Gorosei state right there brings the full potential of the gear of rubber. So Luffy has more options with his rubber abilities than ever. And we see this in the fight. we see this in the fight that ensues that starts. Oh no, I can do. Oh, I can do everything I wanted to do. I think I can fight a bit long. So Luffy's stating he can fight a bit longer. So he knows he has a limited time. My heartbeat sounds so funny. So Luffy is noting that he can only fight. This is not a permanent. Well, for now, it's not a permanent power up. It's a temporary power up. This is the pinnacle of what I can do. This is Gear 5th. So yeah, he's Gear 5th. And Kaido starts noticing. Luffy starts emitting in well, a lot of hockey. King's hockey for the first time, and people start getting knocked out. Supreme King's hockey. Oh, sorry. And Luffy does a grab. This is huge. I think this is the hugest form his hand has expanded ever, because he straight up just grabs Kaido and like flings him up. And we see that Oda is maintaining this goofy style because Kaido's eyes are popping out, and we see even here he does like a Popeye thing when he grabs and he just inflates his muscles. He gets super muscle, and he starts literally spinning Kaido and then whacking him like something Popeye's done. And I think he was inspired by Popeye here. Popeye the Sailor Man. That was been a long time since I haven't watched that. And Kaido is actually happy. Kaido spinning, the typical. This is Luffy. He's trying to portray Luffy. I don't think this is Loon Toon Force, like Loon Toon Power. I think he's just trying to portray him that he's even though this is a potential life or death battle. Luffy is having a blast, and Kaido, I guess, is also having a blast because he says, "Straw Hat, you survived. Thank you." So he's grateful, and he does a blast rip. And here we see, the same goofy eyes popping out. This is very funny. And Luffy grabbing the ground and rubberifying it and stretching it out and catching the blast breath. And it looks like it got redirected, but I don't think the Kaido, because Kaido looks fine in the final panel here. And Luffy just hulking up, something similar where we've seen this before, Popeye. So he's trying to make Luffy as goofy as possible, but I guess his powers are still based on the rules of the One Piece world. So that's that. And Kaido's kind of shocked. He rubberfied. So he's receiving the same properties as the Paramecia, where it's affecting the environment. And I guess everything he touches, just similar like Doflamingo. So Luffy's life, and we finally see he has a flaming hair, and he has the spiral eyebrows, which is interesting. And I was gonna say he has the same eyes as Mihawk, but no, he doesn't, because Mihawk has a secondary circle within the eye, so it's not the same. And nor as I'm or Emo or whatever his name is. And Kaido states something interesting here. I'm sorry about that idiot earlier. I didn't want to win the fight that way. Don't sweat it. Let's finish this up. So I guess a new fight begins now in the rooftop once again. So I'm really confused. Why did he give that title card in the last chapter? That title card meant nothing. Like, what was the point of that? I don't know. It's very confusing. But anyway, my opinion on this, potentially Luffy is going to fight. This is Luffy's. I think Luffy's still going to get stronger because the series is still continuing. We still got other villains, Blackbeard, Emu, the government. So Luffy's still going to get stronger, but I believe Gear 5th is going to have multiple forms, just like Gear 4th had. And we're going to see different forms. And he still has this Misty Fun. And I like this. And I'm honest to God, even after getting pummeled like that, Kaido still looks okay. What the hell's up with Kaido? Kaido still looks like he's ready to go. And this is very interesting. I think Kaido has an awakened Zoan form that we're probably going to see soon. And I'm really hyped for that. And that's it. That's my opinions on this. We underestimated Oda, and Oda pulled a really nice move here with this. I like where this is going. This is still Luffy. He just has, and I was right in my last chapter that how to say, Zunisha was confusing, and it's probably just reading off the heart. Even Luffy states his heartbeat is on regular, and my only concerns here is, what is the downfall going to be of this ability? Because we've seen that Gear 4th had a downfall, a 10-minute no haki break. So what is this gonna have a downfall? He's gonna be knocked out for a month. No hockey for a month. That's devastating. So I'm really curious. I'm really hoping it doesn't go into he dies and Law has to use his. But then again, Law can't resurrect the dead. So if he dies, his immortality surgery won't do shit. That only works on the living. Yeah, never mind. That probably won't work unless Oda changes it. But no, it won't. Plus, Law doesn't have any strength, so he shouldn't be able to do anything. Anyway, that's it. This is a great chapter. This is an beyond epic chapter. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening me out. Have a nice one. Peace out.